Grief arrives in many stages. It takes perhaps weeks, months, years, a lifetime to understand what happens when the soul leaves the avatar. And it is probably the most difficult for those that are left behind. And when are we truly over what has happened to us that gave us a trauma code to say goodbye to those that we love? And then when we've lost them, what happens then? Have we truly lost them? Or is this just something that we think is happening because the avatar is gone? The body is temporary. The soul is, however, ever constant with the universe. The soul is infinite. It does not have a span of years. It cycles. It cycles through life. It cycles through death. When death is an unexpected trauma that has hit our body that we did not expect, and even when we expect death for someone that has aged or is sick, even then, it still is a brand new shock to the system. Some may take grief as this moment right here teaches me that I need to go out and have an incredible life and be present. And others might take it as I cannot do anything because my body does not allow it. Wherever grief may send us, we must trust that it sends us in the direction of where we can find healing. There is a road, and this road is identical to none. There is no way that someone can tell another, this is how you do it. There is absolutely no way to say, grieve for 1 week, but then pick back up your life. But what we may do is understand and empathetically raise the vibration of those that need it. Some of us will find it harder to pick back up whatever life path we were walking. And others might feel, I need to pick up the moment it happens. It is that it comes in stages, and each of those stages are unique to the human being going through it. It hurts to let go of the earth suit of whoever it is that is gone. The soul is ever constant with the universe. The soul goes in and out of life, incoming and outgoing energy, but remains energy. It remains in the spiral of life. It is one with the Akashic records. It remembers, it lives, and it is in everything. And although this may sound cliche, specifically for those that are going through grief, we must understand that when someone lives inside of an earth suit, it is less likely that we may connect the way we connect when someone does not live in an earth suit, because their energy is now grand. In this 3D reality, there is no understanding of this animation play, this earth suit is left behind for the soul to be one with eternal vibration. And so we grieve that we are left behind, or this soul has left the earth. The soul doesn't leave. It is the body that disintegrates into the soil of earth. The importance of awakening your soul code helps you to understand that grief is temporary, as we are all transitioning. We are all transitioning and transcending into the realms. We shall all meet that day. We will all transition. And when those before us go, we will experience the pain of this grief, of this loss that we think is a loss. And those that transition after us, we will not experience this pain. During our time on earth, it is inevitably important to be kind to each other, to be empathetic of the billions of ways to live, to understand that no one will think or operate like our unique selves. And that is okay, because all of it is condensed into one consciousness. And the one consciousness is what we operate from. Finding these minuscule ways of connecting to this one consciousness. So we may find understanding in some areas and not a lot of understanding in other areas, and that is okay. And when the human grieves, when the animal grieves, when nature grieves, it grieves for a moment, but it knows that it is tied and attached to a certain way that this soul came to life. But the soul is always alive. And once it goes back into earth, disintegrates into earth, it becomes one. When we are grieving, we need to feel through it, every emotion. And when we sit with it, we heal. And when we heal for all those around us. We heal for our network. We heal for those that cannot find the power and the strength. When we understand that we must be empathetic to each and every one around us and not expect that everyone will dance in the same motion, but will dance with the spirals of life, there is a new understanding of vibrations. So we may support those that are finding it hard to move to the next stage of grief. However, we may walk through life. Maybe all have understanding for each other and empathy for each other and give each other the space to have a human experience that is our own. Maybe have the respect for each other to go through life as we are meant to. May we have the space for each other and hold space for each other to grieve in whatever ways we need to, however long it may take, and walk each other through it, as in the end, we all go to the same place and walk each other home. no one stays forever in the same cycle of life. Everyone transitions out. Often when I am dreaming, I feel like this is what that remembrance is, like that memory card. When we dream, do we go back in memory? Do we go and we take something from that memory and it's displayed for us? So to remember what the soul has been through, whether it is a nightmare, whether it is a regular dream, an incredible magical dream, one we are able to fly and where we are able to experience certain things with certain souls. What is this dreaming? And do we dream into the earth? Do we dream into lifetimes? Do we dream into cycles of life and death, birth and death? In your dream, do you experience yourself as the actual body that you have here on earth? Can you see yourself? And when we dream of others, are those the mirror images that we've experienced here, just reflecting back in our dream? Whatever the case may be, may the dreaming into the earth be ever unfolding and take you on incredible journeys in your sleep, in meditation, and in your life. The abundance of the earth is already here. And tuning into this vibration gives us an opportunity to appreciate every moment that we are here walking earth with each other. It is no coincidence that we are here walking this earth together in this manner with all this love and all this capacity to be of support to each other. And when we live with this gratitude, everything we need is already here.